Hi, this is Pastor Philip, and welcome to our devotional for this week. This is the week of Christmas. Christmas is coming this weekend. We have Christmas Eve services, and it's going to be a great weekend. But before we get there, we need to talk a little bit more about peace. Peace in the Bible, like I've talked about with you before, the word is shalom. This is the Hebrew word, but it goes into eris in the Greek. But all of it has the same concept. And it's so much more than just being nice to your neighbor or not having war or the absence of war. Peace in the Bible is a restored wholeness. It is bringing about right relationship between humans and humans, between the land and humans, between God and humans. It is creation as it was supposed to be. This is how we see it all throughout the Old Testament. In fact, the whole Old Testament is trying to look at the world and ask the question, how do we get back to shalom with God? How do we get back to shalom with creation? Because we have made a mess of it. That's what they're saying in the Old Testament. And then in Isaiah, we see a story of one that will come that will bring shalom to the world, that will be right relationship for all of us. And that person is Jesus. We see that Jesus is ushered in the story of Christmas. He is ushered into this world as the Prince of Peace, but also he's ushered in as by the angels singing about his shalom, about his peace on earth and goodwill to men. This is the right relationship that God has for us. Jesus in himself is creating a bond between God and humanity and calling it good, calling it shalom, calling it peace on earth. And Jesus is making that relationship whole. He does that through the cross. He does that through his life. He does that through his resurrection. But Jesus is making a way for you and for myself to be in whole relationship with God. But it's not just a relationship with us and God. I'm so thankful that Jesus has made a way for that. But Jesus has also made a way for us to be in right relationship with each other. You will know Christ by the way you treat one another. Because through the Holy Spirit working in us, we are able to live out a peace that only comes from Christ with each other. The wholeness, the right relationship that we can live out with one another is given new life because of our relationship with Jesus. So, this Christmas season, as we've talked about hope, and we've talked about love, and we've talked about joy, we have to understand that it is all wrapped up in this idea of being in right relationship, wholeness, shalom. That's my prayer for myself. It's my prayer for you, that we might find in Jesus the bridge to wholeness, to right relationship. That's the God we worship today.